because it's good to have on in the background anyways. No, she finally saw A New Hope.
Yeah? How'd she
First
like
time. She liked it. She wasn't, oh God, crazy about it, but, give her Empire Strikes Back, and then she'll... Yeah, I was showing her the original theatrical releases.
it? Okay. So the
yeah.
one where Han is the only one that shoots.
Yeah. Remember, Han did not shoot first. He was the only one that shot.
Han shot only.
Yeah.
Indy also shot only.
Yes. I'm seeing a common thread here.
Bring a gun to a sword fight.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care. Fugitive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you... Okay.
No.
Lady in...
Check every outhouse, farmhouse, hen house.
Shit house.
That's right.
Waffle House.
Speaking of, get me a double-decker.
Oh, Harrison Ford left him a double-decker. Don't worry about it. Sorry, upper-decker. Upper-decker.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Geek Yogurt Podcast. I am not.
I'm Wave.
Hello, it's Rah-Rah.
It's a Spoomba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go team, go.
That happens. So John Barrowman writing a Dark Archer prequel.
Oh, he's writing that also?
Yeah.
I thought it was just the model for it.
No.
No, he's writing it.
Oh.
Holy shit,
Hey.
right?
That's pretty cool.
Did that say when it comes out?
No. It did not say. That article did not say, although I'm sure there's probably a more thorough article somewhere.
I'm just going to text John right now and ask him personally.
Yeah. Sure you are.
Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, Twitter him, you mean?
No.
Oh.
I'm just
No,
going
he
to
was being
look
an
it
ass.
up.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yes, maybe somebody should tweet him. All right.
I should probably follow him. So I can tweet him.
Oh, there you go.
You're not following him?
No.
What's wrong with you?
A lot.
He's amazing. This man built an adult-sized big wheel and rode it around.
He's not the first.
Doesn't matter. He was the best.
Okay.
He's
It's
Captain
called
Jack
Merlin.
Harkness.
It's not Dark Archer. It's called Merlin.
Well, I was referring to the character.
Okay.
Same deal. So,
Nope, that's not right.
um,
Yeah. Anyway.
finally read Patsy Walker, aka Hellcat, issue 1. Everything I dreamed of. Like it was
Great.
funny. Had a lot of heart in it. It would not be out of place as like a Saturday morning cartoon spoofing on superheroes. It was a lot of fun, especially once it's a good series when they start quoting Wicked.
I've never seen it.
I took Tropical Donut for her birthday like 2 years ago when we went to New York City Comic Con. I took her to go see it. It's a Wizard of Oz prequel. It's a lot of fun, but
Okay, so back to the good shit.
anyways, so it's a good play actually.
The series is planned as a 12-chapter story with new chapters debuting every 2 weeks, beginning on Wednesday, January 13th.
Next week.
That's next week.
I gotta get to the store.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Well,
Yeah, so,
Hellcat.
But yeah, I mean, like she runs into a guy who he had stolen a bunch of money out of an armored car using telekinesis, and during the witty banter of their quote unquote fight, he starts quoting Wicked. She points it out, and then they wind up on a park bench discussing the musical. And he is now her roommate. It's okay. That was like the only criminal thing he has ever done in his life. He felt really bad about it and put the money back. And they got a job thanks to one of her old friends. And yeah, it's a very fun, lighthearted comic. She-Hulk's main side character in it. Because She-Hulk. Gotta love Jen.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
Man,
I agree.
She-Hulk, I was gonna say. It's fucking She-Hulk. She's amazing. She's incredible, I would even say. Wow.
The
Crickets in the
Incredible
row.
She-Hulk? Yeah, well...
Yeah.
I mean, she's a bit
kinda-
savage. But she is spectacular.
Okay.
I believe Spectacular was the second one.
I think I read one issue of She-Hulk. And
Which
that was-
one? Savage, Spectacular,
I think it was incredible.
all new. I think there was an
It
Incredible
was back. Okay, whatever. It was a She-Hulk comic. It was back in the
80s?
mid 90s.
90s.
It was in a bundle pack that I got at the
Yeah.
dollar store.
I don't know. I read through Savage She-Hulk and just, holy crap, it's amazing. A lot of fun. And yeah. What have you been reading lately?
I kind of tapered off a little bit. I read Batman Utopia number 3 last week.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. The art style really changed up.
Europa?
Yeah.
Europa. You said Utopia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh,
You have offended Rah-Rah.
I know.
No, I didn't. I just
Anyway.
wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing another book.
It was the same artist that did number 2, but the art style changed up dramatically. So Ra and I were talking about this yesterday, and it's the possibility that due to the progression of the virus, the art style changes along it with the virus. So everything gets a little distorted the more sick they become.
That's pretty badass.
That's what we're thinking anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens next month in number 4 when they go to Paris.
Was that a weird release schedule? It seemed like it was.
I never looked up the release schedule.
Okay. It seemed like the third one came out real fast.
It did,
So-
yeah. It did seem like that.
Yeah.
Because it was Europa and then Turtles and then DK3
Three.
number 2 and
Yeah.
then Europa 3.
Yeah.
Like a week or
3 weeks later.
was it 3 weeks later?
Yeah, it was. I think it was like 3 weeks later.
Wow. There is a Batman book coming out every week.
Pretty much, yeah. Between the main series, Eternal, Batman and Robin,
Son of
Europa,
Batman.
Son of Batman. I wouldn't count Son of Batman.
It's
Like,
Batman.
sorry, yeah,
Oh,
like Bruce, I guess, / Gordon focused, like focused on specifically Batman. Like I wouldn't count Grayson as a
Right.
Batman book,
Oh, okay.
although it is a Bat family book.
Yeah.
Just like I'm not counting Batgirl.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Or
she's
Red
got
Hood.
her own thing going. Yeah, Red
Yeah.
Hood. Like
Red
they've got
Hood
their own
and
things
Arsenal.
going. But yeah, I mean, like if you're a Batman fan, if you're just a strict Batman fan, then you've got something friggin' every week. If you're a Bat Family fan, holy crap, you have even more stuff.
Yeah. I have not read anything from the main series since 0 Year. After that, it was Endgame, I think, was the next story arc.
Let's see here. The last Batman book I read, I think I would have to, I guess, do the Villain Month ones count?
Sure.
Then a handful of Batman Villain Month comics. Other than that, it would be New 52 Detective Comics number 1. Yep. That would be the last, like, pure Bruce-focused Batman book that I read. Like, new. Like, I've read a few. You know, I've gone back and read some of the older stuff. I like Batman, but I'm not huge on him, so he's just kind of there for me.
I was informed about an indie comic called The Almighties. I checked out the first 2 books of that. It's good. It's very Marvel influenced.
Okay.
There's a lot of references to Marvel characters. It kind of threw me when they got a little political, having Obama and G.W. Bush in there. But it's a pretty good book. The storyline's good. Art is
Wait a minute.
there.
G.W. Bush. Games Workshop Bush. It's all connected. Found another conspiracy. We're good. Keep moving.
There
There's
you
a
go.
conspiracy everywhere. I tapered off on Green Arrow and Constantine.
Huh.
Mostly, I think I'm only down 1 book, but I'll catch up.
News on the march!
The year
2014. Two best friends set out on a journey to produce the best content related to all things film. In 2015, they founded a podcast to share their passions with the world. From rants, lisps, and beer to trailers, challenges, and premieres, Nick and Justin have you covered. Find the Epic Film Guys podcast at epicfilmguys.podbean.com and follow the show on Twitter. And we'll see you at the movies.
On the mark!
Rah, what you got? Reading.
Not a whole lot. Like, I only do like the 3 or 4 books that I have. So I mean, and we talked about some of it, I think, previous to this. Well, I just want to preface this with the statement that we were going to talk about our futures or expectations for 2016. But since Sam went home sick, we're going to table that for next week. So hopefully everybody will be around and we can actually do that. Because that's what I can get prepared for. I actually have a list. I made a list with,
Of course you made a
all
list.
my
You always
stuff
make
that
lists.
I was expecting that I think will be cool
It's an
for
old man thing.
2016. So I'll just say that for next week. But as far as books that I'm reading, I mean, the only real revelations that that I have going on for the stuff that I'm reading is that we talked about it in Signals from the Bad Cave, the supplementary podcast to this one. Bruce remembers who he is. Now, how he deals with that information, I don't know yet.
About damn time.
That book does not come out, I think, till next week. So, but also in that book, we also get the return of a friend of his who looks strikingly like the Joker. So, just as he's walking around, he bumps into some guy. No, he's sitting on the park bench where he does a lot of his reminiscing and thinking about his old life. Because he's aware of it, but he just doesn't feel like he has no passion for it. Now that he's remembered who he is, there's a guy that sits down next to him, or that he sat down next to, one of the two, and it ends up being the Joker, although he's healed. And the only inclination that we get that it's him is his face structure, and his eyes are that sort of limey green.
Okay.
And he has a grin, but it's not like the maniacal grin or the monstrous grin. He's just smiling, as sort of to just say that I am, because they talk about remembering something, or I'm having trouble remembering it right now, but they have some kind of common thing to agree on, and he's just smiling and say that yeah, I feel that same way kind of deal.
So it's kind of he did the smile to show you that it's the Joker.
Well, no, I mean, I think the smile in the sense that he shares the same sentiment as Bruce is trying to figure out what he's got to do, and about how his past catches up to him and all that kind of thing. Here he is next to a kindred spirit that has the same issues. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to build that kind of bridge.
Okay.
The only other thing that is going on is that parallel to that is the Bloom story is continuing, and he's an awesome villain, Mr. Bloom.
What happened with Gordon? Last time I talked to you about Gordon, he wasn't in the mech suit anymore, but he had a Batman-esque costume.
Yeah, no, he has the mech suit and
Does
he
he
has
still
all
have the
that.
mech
Yeah,
suit? Okay.
but he basically got freight trained by Bloom, and then, if I remember correctly, he defeats him. But then we find out that there's more than one of him.
There's more than one Bloom?
Yeah. So it's like it's almost like there's multiple people wearing his costume and having his similar abilities, which makes sense with what he's trying to do, because he's trying to make normal people into metas, give them the power to affect their own destiny, so they don't have to be weak or they don't have to be insignificant.
Okay.
He's sort of empowering them in sort of like this malevolent way. So I believe there's more than one, but again, I'm remembering back a month, so I think that's what happens with him. So not only is there one guy that can get really big, have razor sharp claws, and is psychotic, there's more than one. So it's kind of cool. And then there's just Bat's Turtles that comes out next week. I'm not very big on the art, but the story is good. And then you've read Europa #3. I haven't picked that one up yet. And DK32 book 2 dropped last week, and I don't know. I thought it was really good. I think it helped solidify some of what was going on. There was a little more meat to the story this time around. It wasn't just sort of like, all right, here are the characters that we're going to be dealing with, the way book 1 was. I mean, we get the revelation that Bats is still alive.
Right.
We get the revelation as to what Master Race might
What
imply. Is or imply. You know, we still don't know. I mean, but it's pretty heavy-handed with what they're saying.
It's actually a group of atoms. That's the master race.
And I actually never thought about
Palmer
that.
atom.
Oh, okay. Okay, nah.
Because I'm not a big Kryptonian person. I don't follow the Superman books.
Neither
But I
do
always thought of him as sort of like this solo entity. I mean, like, as a unique being. I mean, there's Supergirl, right? And then there's Zod and his crew. But I always thought of him, even though they were around, as he was just alone and by himself.
I mean,
Everything.
there's Power Girl from Earth 2.
Yeah.
There,
Well, like, even in the main universe, though, right?
yeah, but even in the main universe, you've had so many instances where other people have gotten his powers,
Right.
or how he.
Bizarro.
Well, there's Bizarro during All Star Superman, where both Lex and Lois wind up getting Superman powers
Yeah.
for a short time.
But actually, just Kryptonians. is
Just
what I'm saying.
Kryptonians. Didn't he find an entire Kryptonian city that had
That's
been
right,
shrunken
yeah.
down?
Kandor.
Kandor,
Yeah,
right.
Kandor.
I had forgotten about that. There's like a shit ton of people living there.
Yeah, there was like.
He could
hundreds
restart the
of- I think-
Kryptonian race without banging his cousin.
See, that's the thing.
But he did grow up in Smallville, Kansas, so
Yeah.
give or
right,
take.
right.
All right, I apologize to Kansas.
There was,
No.
I think it was Neil Adams' book. I want to say it was War of the Supermen, where the people of Kandor start a new Krypton on a distant,
Oh, yeah.
a mirror planet to Earth, but distant, far enough away, and we don't have to worry about them. And then Apocalypse comes, not Apocalypse.
Darkseid.
Darkseid comes and tries to make the new Krypton the new Apocalypse. So they have
What a douche.
because that planet is far enough away from the yellow sun. They're not as strong
Yeah.
as Clark, so they send Kryptonians to Earth to get Clark to go back to New Krypton. And those I think 4 or 5 new Kryptonians are set on Earth to take care of Superman's job while he goes and fights Darkseid.
I think this might be when he became Commander L.
Okay.
I have a hero click of him. It was actually one of the first, not one of, it was the first promo hero click I won at Attorney. Came in second. There was only 2 of us playing. Shut up. Anyways,
I came in second. Yeah.
Hill Giant got really good pull. He got Queen of Fable in it. It was a sealed event. Okay. Gonna shove that Queen of Fable down his throat. Anyways, but yeah. Commander L was a lot of fun as a clicks piece, and from there I read up a little bit, but not too much.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, that sort of blew me away when at the end of that book, what would be, this is a spoiler-filled episode, what would be deemed,
It's been a couple of weeks.
yeah, it's been a couple weeks, what would be deemed as as the villains end up being like a psychotic kind of cult of
Right.
Kryptonians that the Atom helps resize, unknowing that they had taken over Kandor.
Right. He knew.
He thought he was helping them.
I don't remember the Kandorian's name, but
No.
the Kandorian said, "I have 1,000 people here that are ready to be resized."
Yeah, normalized. I think is what they
Normalized.
called it.
And Adam did not know who these people were
Right.
until
Because he
they were
assumes they're of the
normalized.
same ilk as
Right.
Clark. They're Kryptonians, not knowing that there are bad Kryptonians just like there are bad people. So he was naive in that way. He was more interested in the science and if he
Like
could do
Aunt
it.
Astra
Right.
Yeah. Well,
from Supergirl.
yeah.
Sure.
So
Still haven't seen it.
so
you
he
really need to watch
normalized.
Supergirl. It's so good. The Toyman is coming in this half of the season.
Okay.
That's gonna be great.
Uh-huh.
He's a creepy ass
I
villain.
think Bizarro was too.
Really?
If I remember.
Yeah,
Bizarro
Bizarro's
Supergirl or
supposed
Bizarro?
Bizarro.
Bizarro. He's
Ooh.
supposed to be. in
Was it
Weird.
Bizarro?
It was Bizarro.
Okay.
He's supposed to be coming too.
Weird. I don't know how I feel about that one. Like, I think I'd rather deal with Bizarro Supergirl at that point.
Right.
Which there is a Bizarro girl.
Weird.
Oh yeah,
There's a
there's
Bizarro family.
yeah, there is a Bizarro for pretty much every main.
There's even a
superhero.
Bizarro dog.
There's a Bizarro dog. There's a Bizarro Flash. The Bizarro Yellow Lantern is Bizarro Hal Jordan. His name is Jordan Hal. And he is called Yellow Lantern, and he is Bizarro Hal Jordan.
Okay.
Yes. Because reasons. There's a Bizarro Batman.
Is
Yeah.
it Thomas Wayne?
It's named Bat Zorro. I don't know much more than that.
It's
Hill Giant
Wayne
collects
Bruce.
Bizarros. This is how I know all this. Fucking Bizarro. Oh man. So Van Helsing versus Dracula, issue 5 of 6 came out today.
Okay.
It's fucking badass. Like, this has been a great series all along. I love Liesl Van Helsing. It's a Xenoscope comic written by Shand with art by Bandini, and really good. Liesl Van Helsing, the daughter of Abraham Van Helsing, the legendary vampire hunter, who has been displaced in time from the 1700s to modern day. She's shown up in Grimm Fairy Tales and a few other places. In fact, while she was part of the Realm Knights organization, she met her current boyfriend, Hades, literal
Yes,
god
that
of the
Hades.
underworld. I love Hades in Grimm Fairy Tales. He is a little shit and is all the better for it. Well, she's already taken on Dracula once during her previous miniseries.
Yep.
Now she's really going at him. Now,
Well, she kind of has a reason.
well, yes, he messed with her dad. Or
Yes.
he messed with her
He
dad.
made
And
Van Helsing into a vampire.
but
she had
that
to
wasn't
kill him,
even the
right?
end of it. Because at the end of that miniseries, Hades went to Dracula and said, "Here's the deal. I'll keep her off your tail. You stay the fuck away from her."
Okay.
Then Dracula had to go and be an asshole because he's Dracula. And Mina, who was a school teacher that she helped, that wound up. Liesl saved her life during the previous miniseries, and and that's also how she met Jonathan Harker, who ran a bookstore and was helping Liesl out with that too.
Okay.
They were going to get married because Mina and John Harker, hey, who's Red Dracula.
I've
And
seen the movie. Does that count?
sort of depends on which one and depends on how much it adhered to the book. Bela Lugosi,
Bela Lugosi.
You're
Bram
good.
Stoker's with
Okay.
that,
But
that
yeah.
other guy.
But yeah, so-
And Dead and Loving It.
All right, fine. Anyways, well, Dracula kind of messed with Mina and made her a sleeper agent. And one day, while she's at dinner meeting John's parents, she goes full on vampire and bites his mother.
Ooh.
And then she winds up getting away, and Dracula takes her in. And so, of course, John goes to Liesl and Hades. It's like, help, help, help. And it's been one hell of a fight since then.
Okay.
And the trouble is finding a way to kill Dracula. None of the classic vampire methods work on him. He will just make a new body.
Huh.
Beheading, sunlight, all of it. Doesn't work. It kills his current body, he will build a new one. And at one point, Liesl asked Hades, because Hades had been trying to get her to stop.
Right.
Stop the fight, this isn't going to help, And she said, "You're either with me or I'm on my own." And he left. And we had seen him doing some shit on his own. We didn't really know what until this issue. So, yeah, he comes back in this issue. He had been trying to help, but he's a little shit. And it's okay, because Liesl, and I love her for this, is the type of girl who will bitch slap a literal god in the face, and point out that he's being an asshole, and that sometimes she doesn't even know whether she's dating a 12-year-old schoolboy or a literal god of the underworld. Because, well, Hades.
He's a 12-year-old schoolboy that rules the underworld.
And they may have gotten their Deus Ex Machina. We'll find out if it actually works as well as it should in the final issue. Final issue is the final battle. This is going to be one hell of an issue.
Did this series turn out like Green Lantern Star Trek crossover, where it was build up, and then the final book they finally just huge battle through the whole book?
No, only because she's had about 3 or 4 skirmishes with Dracula in between there.
Okay.
Maybe 2 skirmishes with him during the lead up.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, the final fight will be the last book. This book cuts off with them squaring off in the middle of London, which, by the way, is being overrun by freaking vampires because Dracula.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about steampunk? Is that just steampunk covers, or?
Oh, Grim Fairy Tale Steampunk.
Yeah.
No, these will be new stories
Okay.
with a steampunk version of the Grim Fairy Tales universe.
I thought I saw a steampunk Robin Hood. That's what caught my attention.
Yeah, and that is going to be so much fun. I'm trying to remember when that comes out. Actually, I have my issue of Van Helsing versus Dracula here. Which, by the way, amazing covers. 10-1. There's an ad in the back of this. Anyone's?
Occasionally, I'll post a Xenoscope onto the Facebook page.
Oh, Red Riding Hood, by the way, is getting her own series called Red Agent.
Okay.
And she's going to be going up against the Knight, who last we saw him was during the Coven miniseries, where he was part of a group of Templars killing witches. Yes. Grim Fairy Tales Steampunk comes this month.
Okay.
Part 1 of 2. There are 2 issues.
Well, thanks for the information.
I'm helpful. I feel like I've been talking too much about Valiant lately. I gotta get back to my favorite comic book company.
Yeah.
Xenoscope.
Xenoscope's got good stories.
Oh, I mean, it had some great stuff come out. Bitch Planet came out. G.I. Joe has been coming out every other week. It has been amazing for it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, really excited. I can finally be excited to talk about Aquaman again because this is one of the final issues of Cullen Bunn writing Aquaman. Soon it will be over. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it is not New Jersey.
Oh, who the hell? I remember him being announced on a new book, and I don't remember the title. But it was one that I enjoyed reading before.
Oh, Bunn?
Yeah.
That sucks. It wasn't Hawkeye, was it? Because
I don't think it was Hawkeye.
I will burn down a studio.
Yes. Anyway.
Maybe it was Constantine.
If he can do better than Ming Doyle, I'm for it. I'm not really a big fan of what she's been doing. I mean, the storyline's good and everything. It's just, it's not Hellblazer.
Well, Jeff Lemire should be taking over Moon Knight very soon. So
Oh
have
yeah,
that.
March
March.
that starts.
Which, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like, other than Cullen Bunn's run on it, I like that we have had a lot of good Mark Spector lately.
Yeah.
I mean, even going as far back as 2010, 2011, somewhere in there, when Bendis did his 10-issue run of it.
That was a great story.
Yeah, where Spector's psyche was split.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it's always been split, but this time the different facets were Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Captain America. Holy shit, it wasn't Iron Man. Oh wait, at the end of the issue, or at the end of the series, one of them becomes Iron Man.
Yep.
Because, yeah, Bendis, Iron Man. Anyways, no, it was a really good read. It was great to see Echo show up in that. Count Nefaria.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to Cocktails and Centaurs,
where we sip our way through
life.
Dying because she's like a 12-year-old boy, like with the word penis or something. Like you just
books.
scar you for life.
I know.
That was your your point of no return, and
Yeah.
you still orgasm. Like, could you ever get hard again unless there was a skeleton? I mean, like, what did that like really fuck you up?
And pop culture.
This is what really got me. He said we love her even more because she was born in the toilet.
What?
I am Liz,
I'm Jessica.
and we hope you can join us for our next drink. You can find us on Stitcher, SoundCloud, and iTunes, Tangent Bound Network,
Yes.
and cocktailsandcentaurs.com.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my god.
Well, the only thing that we need to probably make mention of is that the premieres for the second half of the seasons of that went on hiatus before the holiday break are going to be coming back, so we'll have those things to talk about soon too.
In fact, Supergirl already came back.
Yep.
I didn't find out till I got here today, so I will probably watch that tomorrow. And next episode, look forward to me fangirling all over Supergirl.
Okay.
Arrow
Because, holy crap.
starts January 21st.
Which means the 20th will be Flash.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure they start on the same week.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when S.H.I.E.L.D. or Gotham are coming back.
I'm looking that up right now.
Haha! We have internets. We have the technology. We have the power.
We can build them faster, stronger.
No.
You're right. If it'll work.
Haha! Technology don't work. Pray to the machine spirits, damn it.
The Ghost in the Machine.
Ghost in the Shell?
Huh?
Standalone complex?
Sure.
Right.
Dude, Ghost in the Shell standalone complex was badass. Hell, Ghost in the Shell was badass. I think it's still on Netflix. Check it out. It's a great movie.
Oh, speaking of Netflix, I watched Darkman from
Yeah.
1991. Haven't seen that movie in years.
I have the trilogy.
It was a great movie, but the special effects
What the hell?
really date that movie.
Yes.
And after my huge influx of reading everything Constantine, I rewatched the movie. Still a good movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get it.
I did enjoy the Constantine movie. You're talking with Keanu, right?
Yeah.
That one? I thought it was a lot of fun. I know there were people that hated it, but you know what? Throughout the entire thing, I was waiting, it felt just short of being Constantine for me. Throughout most of the movie, I was waiting for that one thing that I could sit there and go, all right, this is John Constantine, and I got it. Towards the end, when his body's going up towards heaven,
And
he slowly brings his hand up and flips off the devil.
yeah.
That is John fucking Constantine right there.
There were specific moments in the movie that I could pick out from the books.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a total rip from,
They did their
5
own
different
thing.
chapters
Yeah.
or something. So
I don't know. I can't find it right now. So it's just coming back. Just one of the things that we'll be able to discuss more about new season. And season 2 Daredevil is supposed to be coming soon too.
yeah, I heard that's
What?
coming out March 25th to compete against Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So
Isn't Luke next?
no.
What? That make but I want my Luke series.
Right.
I want my Luke
Yeah.
Cage.
Okay.
But Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Matt Murdock, get back in your freaking box, you bastard.
The stills that I've seen of Daredevil, it looks like the costume from Shadowland.
Oh, the black one?
Yeah.
But that's his evil costume. Matt Murdock, get back in your box, you evil bastard. Give Luke his time to shine. I want to hear him say like "Sweet Christmas" a few more times, okay?
Okay.
That was
That's
his
the end of this
catchphrase.
episode of Geek
That was
Yoga
his
Podcast.
catchphrase.
I'm still on episode 2 of Jessica Jones.
Oh my God! Will you watch more Jessica Jones?
I still haven't seen it.
I don't
so
care.
you're ahead of
I'm
me.
gonna spoil the shit out of it, and I don't care. Fuck you, people.
Okay. Till next time, people.
Bye.
All die in a fire.